Assalamualaikum, my name is Nura Alina binti Azmail.
And my name is Wardina Usna binti Ramlai. Hello everyone! Today we are going to present the short story analysis of The Last Leaf written by O. Henry. The story was published on October 15, 1905, and the genre of the story is fiction and drama. We chose this story because it contains valuable moral lessons, has an inspiring and touching storyline, and is simple and easy to understand. In this presentation, we will discuss the summary, themes, character analysis, compare and contrast of the characters, and moral values found in the story. This story is about Chauncey who becomes very sick with pneumonia. She loses hope and believes that she will die when the last leaf falls from the vine outside her window. Her friend Sue continues to encourage and take care of her. Meanwhile, an old painter named Bergman secretly paints a leaf on the wall during a stormy night. Chauncey thinks the leaf never fell, so she regains hope and slowly recovers. Sadly, Bergman becomes sick after painting the leaf and later dies. His painting becomes his final masterpiece. The first theme is hope. At the beginning of the story, Chauncey loses hope because of her illness. She believes that her life will end when the last leaf falls. But when she sees the leaf still on the wall, she starts to believe that she can live. This shows that hope gives people strength during difficult times. One important quote is, "When the last leaf one falls, I must go too." The second theme is friendship. Sue shows true friendship by staying beside Chauncey while she is sick. She supports and encourages her even when Chauncey feels hopeless. Sue's actions teach us that real friends help and care for each other during hard times. The quote on this slide is, "Sue looked at her worriedly." The third theme is sacrifice, which is the last theme. Bergman sacrificed his own safety to help Chauncey regain hope. He paints the leaf outside during a cold and stormy night. Because of this, he becomes sick and dies. His sacrifice saved Chauncey's life and shows how far a person can go to help someone else. Chauncey is a young artist from California who dreams of painting the base of Naples. However, after suffering from pneumonia, she becomes weak, hopeless, and loses the will to live. This can be seen in the quote. She lays hacily, moving on her painted iron bedstead, which show her weak physical and emotional condition. As the story progresses, Chauncey slowly changed her mindset after seeing the last leaf survive the storm. She realized that she could not give up on life. This is shown in the quote, "I've been a bad curiosity." Overall, Chauncey develops from a hopeless person into someone who regains hope and appreciates life again. Sue is a Chauncey close friend and roommate from Maine. She is caring, loyal, and supportive throughout the story. Sue constantly takes care of Chauncey during her illness and always encourages her to stay positive. This can be seen in the quote, "Sue brought the curtain down to the windowsill," which shows a protective nature towards Chauncey. Another quote, "Sue looked at worriedly," highlights Sue's concern and loyalty as a true friend. Overall, Sue represents kindness, friendship, and emotional support in the story. Bergman is an elderly artist who lives downstairs from Sue and Chauncey. Although he appears grumpy and strict, he actually cares deeply about them. For many years, he dreamed of painting his masterpiece. This is introduced in the quote. He was past 60 and had a Michelangelo-most beard. In the end, Bergman sacrificed his life by painting the last leaf during the storm to save Chauncey's hope. Sue later said, "It is Bergman's masterpiece, showing that his final painting became his greatest artwork because it saved Chauncey's life." Overall, Bergman represents sacrifice, kindness, and selflessness.
Next, we will explain the compare and contrast between Chauncey and Sue. Chauncey is shown as hopeless and weak because she loses the will to live during her illness. She easily gives up and believes that her life will end when the last leaf falls. On the other hand, Sue is hopeful, strong, and encouraging. She constantly supports Johnsy and takes care of her as a caregiver and loyal friend. This comparison shows how different attitudes can affect people during difficult situations. Johnsy represents despair, while Sue represents hope and strength. Besides their differences, Johnsy and Sue also share several similarities. First, both of them are artists who live together and share the same for art. Second, they both care deeply about each other. Sue takes care of Johnsy during her illness, while Johnsy values Sue's friendship and concern. They also face hardships together, especially poverty and emotional struggles while pursuing their dreams. This slide presents one of the moral values in The Last Leaf, which is never given up during difficult times. This quote, "I'm tired of waiting," shows the moment when Johnsy changes her negative mindset and begins to regain hope. This teaches us that we should remain strong and hopeful even when facing challenges in life. In addition, the story highlights the importance of support and encouragement from people around us, because kindness and care can help someone overcome difficult situations. Next, I would like to share two important moral values from the story The Last Leaf. The first value is that true friendship is very valuable. In this scene, Sue stays beside Johnsy during her illness and gives her emotional support. The quote, "Sue came to the bed and put her arm around her," shows how caring and loyal Sue is as a friend. This teaches us that real friends will always support us during difficult times. The second moral value is kindness and sacrifice can save others. Bearman sacrificed himself to pin the last leaf in order to give Johnsy hope to continue living. The quote, "Bearman died of pneumonia today in the hospital," shows the price he paid for his selfless action. His sacrifice helped restore Johnsy's hope and eventually save her life. These values remind us to care for others, stay supportive, and always show kindness. In conclusion, The Last Leaf is a meaningful story that teaches us the importance of hope, friendship, sacrifice, and determination. Through the challenges faced by the characters, readers can learn valuable life lessons about staying strong during difficult situations. The story also shows how kindness and support from others can change someone's life. Besides being entertaining, the story gives many moral values that we can apply in our daily lives. Overall, The Last Leaf leaves a strong impression on readers because of its emotional storyline, relatable characters, and inspiring message about never giving up.